What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prizepicks video. This one we're talking about the NBA for January 1st. In the video, we have 4 picks for you to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 4 of them. And I do post more in the Dynamo private Discord, along with some of the other top cappers that we have in here. You get access to all their private channels. This is what I'm posting. Posted 3 for Monday Night Football, all 3 hit. Another one here for the bowl games on Tuesday, all 3 of those hit. We had a capper over here, Jordan, hit his NBA picks 3 for 3 2 days in a row. Then followed that up by hitting his 3-pick parlay play slips, which are higher multipliers at a 5.9x 2 days in a row. More cappers I could see on Monday. Fnitty posted just 3 NBA picks, hit all 3. Volo the same on Monday, posted his 3 favorite NBA picks and hit all 3 of those. We've had some crazy streaks and runs in here, like 20 and 6 between 4 of the cappers with some massive hits. I could see from private Discord members hitting some huge slips with massive payouts over here. So definitely going to be worth it if we can help you win a few of these slips. You can check it out with the 1-day free trial with the link down below. Get in here, less than $1 per day. Get access to more picks from me, plus daily picks from other cappers that we put together in the Dynamo private Discord. So check it out with the link down below. There is also a 1-day free trial. So you guys saw a look in the Dynamo private Discord. Access to all those cappers channels, including more picks from myself, some big hits, streaks been going on, private Discord members hitting a ton. So we'll see you over there. Let's get into the picks for this one. First one I'm going to do is Jordan Poole here. Over on his points, just straight at 19.5 here. I like this matchup a lot against Chicago. A team that plays extremely fast paced, going to give up a ton of points. Jordan Poole will be out there shooting a ton, a line he's hit a lot this year. So I like him in this good spot against Chicago. Think he could be in for a smash spot here. So I like going to Jordan Poole. So looking at Poole over on Outlier, you can see on this line, he's hit it in 17 of 26 games this year, including all of his last 5. He's had 21 or more points. Absolutely been smashing it. He's going to be playing big minutes regardless who's out there. You know, Kuzma is going to be playing in this one. They're pretty much at full strength, but still Jordan Poole should be playing big minutes. We can see in his last 6 games, the least amount of minutes he's played is almost 34 minutes, so has seen an increase in the minutes as of late. Just playing a ton, getting up a ton of shots. So really like him, especially in this spot versus Chicago. Surprised this line was at 19.5. And we do post all these picks from the videos in the private Discord. So some of these could have bumped by the time you're watching it. But Chicago allows 29th most points in the league at 121. I think there's a great spot for Poole here on a pretty low line for him. So I'm going to be going to him on the first pick. Second one I'm going to go to is KCP here on the under of the points plus rebounds. Just a line he hasn't hit like at all this year, and he's been playing big minutes, and regardless of that, just hasn't been producing big points lines or getting a lot of rebounds. So just with the lack in production from him, even with some of these guys out, I just think a good spot to keep targeting him on the unders. And we've seen a bit of a bump in some of his lines here. The points was around like 8.5 for a couple weeks until he had a few big games here, but I think it's bumped up too much here, especially on this points plus rebounds line, just one he really hasn't hit all year. So I like going back to the unders on KCP as we've seen some of his lines bump up a bit. I think it's going to make for some good value here. So under 13.5 points plus rebounds, 82% of games he's gone under this, and he's had some extreme outliers when he's hitting a ton of shots, basically, is what this is going to come down to. And more than that, he hasn't been hitting this. So 27 of 33 games, he hasn't hit this. You can see the minutes are up. He's not playing like insane minutes in the last 5. He's played between 31 and 36 minutes, but he was getting that earlier in the year here. 4 straight games here with 33 or more minutes. So it's not like he's seen a huge increase in minutes and hasn't even been hitting this one as of late. If we look at like the last 15 games here, he's really only hit it once in the last 15 with that big one. Had that 3-game stretch of 3 good games, but really just hasn't hit this line. So I think just way too high of a line. Definitely could see this one bump because it's just one he hasn't hit. So I like going to the under, taking some value here on Pope on too high of a line. Then we're going to go to Malik Beasley, take him over on his points plus assists. So his points is at 13.5. He's been one of the best bench scorers in the NBA, and especially as of late. And he is definitely capitalizing on playing with guys like Cade Cunningham, Jay Ivey. They've been setting him up for threes. He's been scoring super effectively, and then when you add in just one more for the assist, this is actually a higher hit rate for him. So I like this one. Going back to him, he's been extremely hot. Some people think it's a tougher matchup here against Orlando, but I still think for a catch and shoot 3-point guy, should be in a good spot still. So I like staying with Malik Beasley. Also, he didn't play that many minutes in the last one, so I think that could be why his lines here are down a bit, but he's been extremely well on this line, so I like going back to him. On this one at 14.5, he's hit it in 72% of games, and he was off to a slow start in the season, but once he saw the increase in minutes around here to where he was playing high 20s to 30s of minutes, we've even seen it up until last game when he got 18. He was getting 27, 26, 26, 34, 40 minutes. So minutes kind of all over the place, but I think after this one game where he saw less than 20, going to shoot back up, going to have a bigger role moving forward, and still was able to hit it in less than 20 minutes, but absolutely massive hit rate for him in like the last 20 games. He's only missed it 3 times, and I think definitely a good spot for him. So I like going to Malik Beasley. And we did briefly mention parlay play because one of our cappers has absolutely been crushing on a parlay play for their 3-pick slips. They'll commonly have higher multipliers, higher boost, around 6x instead of 5x like Prizepicks. So if you're on there, you got to be on parlay play. Plus you get $5 free just for signing up. The link will be down below, and a 100% deposit match after that. So you got to be over on parlay play. Ton of free money, higher payouts, and a ton of promos and slash lines almost every day, it seems like, so you can get even those higher payouts with those boosts that they got going on. So check them out. They'll be linked down below. Now let's get into the next pick. We're going to go to Jaylen Brunson here, over on his rebounds at 2.5. So likely one of the only reasons this wouldn't hit is if his minutes are down, because he hits this one pretty consistently at 2.5 here. His points line still at 25.5, so I do think they expect him to play a good amount of minutes, but just a weird kind of low line here for Brunson, kind of a strategic play here, targeting his rebounds at 2.5, a line that he's commonly going to hit, so it's not going to be some crazy insight here, just a line he hits a lot. Utah will play fairly fast pace, so will the Knicks, so it should be up and down pace in this one, and Brunson just historically has been hitting this year and last year, and I kind of just think a bit of a mispriced line here, and really the only way this one can't hit is if he has his minutes cut down in the case of a blowout. So we can see here he's hit this in 64% of the games this season, and also looking at like his last 12 or 13 games, he's only missed this twice, and obviously going to be a higher hit rate the more minutes he plays. We could see the minutes in the last 4 have been pretty big, 35 or more minutes in each of his last 4 games. So the minutes have been up closer kind of what we were seeing last year when they were playing a ton of minutes. And when he plays, at least 33 minutes this year, it's an 83% hit rate for him. We can look back at last year. It was just a 72% hit rate overall, so even better hit rate. And then obviously when he got bigger minutes, 31 or more, jumps up to a 76% hit rate. So I think if Brunson is playing over 30 minutes, should be a really good spot for him to hit this. And I think kind of just a mispriced line here for him. All right, so if you guys want more picks from me plus other cappers we brought together in the Dynamo Private Discord, check it out. We got a 1-day free trial down below. You can see these massive hits from private Discord members, getting some huge payouts using our picks, like $5 to win 187, $20 to win 500. I post more picks in here, but we also have a bunch of other cappers posting in their private channels you get access to. Jordan here hit his NBA slips 2 days in a row, and then the next 2 days was hitting his parlay play slips that have higher payouts. This was a 5.9x on a 3-pick. This one here was another one that was a 5.7x on a 3-pick. He's absolutely been crushing it. So definitely check it out. It's going to be less than $1 per day. And we do have that 1-day free trial, so you can get in there, see what it's all about. Picks on all these channels from a bunch of different cappers. And then after that, you're going to want to stay in there because you get picks every day from a bunch of cappers all in one place in one Discord. So definitely the best place to be here for player props. And we did mention parlay play. If you're on Prizepicks, Underdog, those sites, you got to be on parlay play. $5 free just for signing up. Don't have to deposit. Then they have a ton of promos and a 100% deposit match with higher payouts. So check them out as well. They'll be linked down below, and we'll see you guys in the Discord.